Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Things I Look at and Talk About. Today is the Tropical Storm edition of my videos. Today is Sunday, and currently, right offshore from where we're at here in the tropics in Florida, yeah, we do have a pretty healthy tropical storm out there brewing. Soon to possibly turn into a hurricane before it makes landfall in the panhandle, but right now it's just a very, very healthy tropical storm and bringing a lot of wet weather, not too much wind, not too much, a little more rain. I'll be kind of honest with you, I've seen a little more rain at times during some of our thunderstorms. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a walk around in the garden area. As you can hear in the background, chickens never too chickens are never too happy about the weather getting sour like it is. Checked on the chicks out here. That was a biggie. Good part is they're all staying underneath their little nice warming lamps, and they're underneath an umbrella here too. Look at this big old beach umbrella. Like I said, we're not getting too much wind, so I'm not worried about things like the umbrella being up or anything like that. But yeah, look, I've got some there's Rue, the original Rue, and they've been taking turns under there, staying under the umbrella. They come out to squawk a little bit sometimes. Got a few wet hens and wet chickens running around, but everybody's doing all right. Like I said, it's really just wetness right now, and on and off rain bands or things like that when it's storming. But good news is everybody's feathered, huddled under, and staying safe. And you see this crew right here. There's the bulk of them in there because I do have the half roof on their place. So the bulk of them staying out of trouble, staying out of the weather. You can see them. There you go. Look at that. Babies and all of them. They're pretty smart. And pigeons are especially smart. They're very clever. Like I said, there's whole world's got them, and they've been around for a long time, so they know what to do to stay out of the bad weather. They're pretty clever little buggers. But and then the chickens know if they think the water's rising, they try to get up high. But some of them are down there checking out some of the wet seed on the ground. I tried to do a little washing up while the ground was wet, because that's kind of let Mother Nature kind of help you a little bit when you're cleaning up. But like I said, you can kind of see we're puddled up a little bit, but not bad. Not too bad. I'm doing a walk around right now because it's a little before lunchtime, after breakfast time. You're wondering about that bicycle. It's an old bike that was left abandoned at one of the rental places I work on, and didn't bring it home so much to restore it because it's kind of just a regular old bike. But I was thinking I got it propped there in the side garden area. You can see that's my walkway. I put it there, brace the pedals up, but I'd like to put a couple of reinforcement stakes in it so it don't try to fall over. I was thinking about painting it up a little bit, hang a plant basket on the front, maybe some little side planters on the back, and get some maybe vine type plants growing in them, maybe one on the front, one on each side, and get some vine type plants and let them just start outlining the bike right here, because like I said, it's not in good enough shape to restore, and my wife and I already got bicycles, and but yeah, do something with it, because it's still good enough shape. It's not rusted out completely, but it's good enough shape. I can, like I said, maybe put a basket there, maybe a couple of on each side of the wheel, mount them to the wheels on the back, and maybe even put a couple of small solar lights on it, kind of light up in the evening time or at night time or something. Let the vines just kind of creep up around the wheels and creep up, grow over the handlebars and around I'll figure it out. Like everything else, you start little projects. And there's another one of our roos creeping around. What you doing under there, pal? You all right? He's a pretty boy. Look at him. He's got the most interesting markings. And as you can tell, the rain isn't bothering him too much. Oh, here's something new. This is not the old bloom. The old bloom already pretty much shriveled up. And oh, there's the old bloom. Let me show you this. My previous videos, that was the old bloom I showed you. You can see that's what's left of it. This thing decided to come up like yesterday, was still this stem, and here you go, turned into some more of these very alien world looking bloom flowers. I mean, when I say these things are just as strange looking, look at even the little tips of them are odd looking. Look at that. Isn't that strange? And as you can tell by the size of my hand, they're pretty big blooms. They stand out. Look at that. Look at the size of them. And they just have the strangest little, can you see that? I'm going to try to focus that a little bit if I can. Strangest little ends on those little outgrowths. It almost looks like the plant's got a little fishing pole or something on each of them. I know. But it's the oddest bloom. It has stem flowers, a center cupped flower, and then it shoots some little funny looking things out. It has some little spear looking deal. I don't know. Very, very something right out of a movie. They're cool though. Yeah, anyway, get away from that because that's like I'm losing my mind. There's my, what do they call that? Devil's backbone or crook back. It's 4 or 5 different names people call that, and of course you can see why. Look at the shape of those. Shape of that. I'm getting water dripped on my phone camera here. So I'm just kind of walking around checking on everybody, making sure everybody's in good shape. This old vine, like I said, my oldest son found this thing for me, this metal. It was laying buried in half in the dirt somewhere, run over. We straightened it up. It was all boogered up. We straightened it up. You can tell it's kind of been in the ground. Look, you can see how dirty it is. We stuck it up here, put a couple of my potted plants that have these growing vines on it. And boy, if you don't think these vines are enjoying this thing, look at that. Look at the one vine crept its way over, is already down there sticking out a little bit, and that one come up, and they're like, hey, you know, you can give us something to climb on, we're going to take care of that. So I put that plant there to get a little more sun, and it looks pretty good. Looks like it's I get it over here where it got a little more sunlight, because it was over there where the bike is, and see how it's a little dark right there, and it's kind of not looking, it was doing okay, but it wasn't real pretty. Oh, I think another rain band coming in. But I put it over here, and all the leaves got lighter colored, real pretty looking. Oh, you can kind of hear it. Look, here we go. Yeah, I think we got another rain band coming in of that tropical storm. Let me see if I can get this camera. I'm trying to stay under the oak tree, the one that got the pine tree fell in it during that one hurricane. Try to get where you can get a little bit of you can hear it. You can kind of hear the sound of that rain band coming in, but they're coming in like coming in this way, like this. See my way my hand is, I'm kind of curving it. Rain bands are coming in, you can kind of see it up there. They're coming in like this, passing over, so if you point the camera in that direction, you'll actually see the rain starting to come in, and you can kind of hear it. You can hear the rain coming in. We've got another cage here that the rain's helping clean up. It's doing a pretty good job. That bottom was plumb covered up with old ick, and I angled that thing. I told you how I did this one. Angle them cage open over this time of year, and Mother Nature will take care of business for you. And yeah, I don't blame that rooster getting under a tree. He says, what's wrong with you standing out there in the rain talking to that phone? There's something wrong with you. Anyway, these guys are doing all right. I've got a little roof over on them, so they're doing fine. Yeah, it's starting to rain. I'm heading for that umbrella again. There I go. Uh-oh. You know it's starting to rain because look under the table. Look. As soon as you see the crowd under there, you know that means the rain's coming. Anyway, let's see here. So, trying to think if there's anything else I needed to talk about. I'll pan around, let you see everything going on, other than everybody getting a really good rinse off. All the plants, like I said, plants, yeah, if it involves rain, the plants are never going to complain. Look at them things. Look at these, look out, they're just all like, hey. Nature's water can will take it. But, yeah, anyway, like I said, kind of reporting during where the tropical storm is right offshore from here, where we're at. About this time of day, it'll be heading up towards the panhandle, and hopefully it don't strengthen up too much, because they said it may turn into a hurricane before it hits landfall, and that's going to be a little rough on them people up there in the panhandle. So that kind of makes me a little upset. I never like hearing about them old storms getting a little bit ornery on us. Anyway, I'm panning this around a little bit so you can see. Might be a little watery on the viewfinder there, but yeah, anyway. Like I said, if you're somebody who's in a state that never sees this kind of weather, like I said, this right here is literally the definition of life in the tropics. I'm telling you, heat, lightning, tropical storms, occasional hurricane, you name it. It's life on Gilligan's Island for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me pan that around. You can kind of, there's a good view of the rain coming down through there. Oh, there's one more plant I wanted to show you. That's my wife's plant. She's always so proud of this thing. This thing is just, it's growing a new leaf, as you can see. I'll pull that down, but look at them pretty blooms. Isn't that something? And boy, they're just the most interesting blooms you've ever seen. Look at those things. Anyway, so anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe if you're in this storm system, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.